Make them pitch a bunch of cards. Make them mulligan to 5. Or 4. It is rounded down, but they're still discarding 3. You gotta be pretty happy about that. Yo, what up folks, MTG here with a pretty spicy one coming in today. Feast your eyes upon this absolute masterpiece. This is Vampire Fight Rigging, inspired quite significantly by Brennan DeCandio, who played this deck in Pioneer, kind of adapted it a little bit in Explorer, and made some changes. But let's talk about the core of the deck. So we have our Fight Rigging. If you're not familiar, 2 and a green, hideaway 5 at the beginning of your combat on your turn, put a counter on a creature you control. If you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exile card. So hideaway, you go look at the top 5 cards, exile card face down, and then if you meet the kind of requirement here, you get to cast it. Which in this case, power 7 or greater creature. To that end, we've got Shakedown Heavy, and right register your kind of normal standard Fight Rigging fair. You've got 7 power creatures, 6 power creatures, these are going to go straight up to 7, activate the Fight Rigging. Okay, cool. That's that. So what are we actually trying to hit? We have Ghatla and Mavren, and then also Lord Xander the Collector. And the important thing here is that these are both vampires, which then allows you to use Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, and the -3 ability here to put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. This is going. You can actually do this on turn 2 off Valana or Elf, and then you get to drop either Lord Xander or Ghatla. Pretty powerful, pretty powerful. And that's what you're doing Sorin for. So you have the Sorin plan, you have Fight Rigging with the normal kind of, usual culprits, and then Ghatla, Mavren, and Lord Xander the Collector. So what are our big powerful creatures doing? Ghatla and Mavren, 7 mana for a 12/12 with Trample. Pretty good on turn 2, I'd say. Dinosaur, Vampire, those important creature type there. You drop it off of the Sorin. When you attack, choose one. Either create a tapped attacking X green dinosaur token with Trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures, or create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. Okay, nice. Well, we're getting our 12/12, and if we have other stuff in play, such as the Rotting Regisaur and Shakedown Heavy, all of a sudden you're making a huge amount of trampling power. Nice. So if you get off Fight Rigging that way, that's awesome. If you get it off Sorin, hey, you're making like a 12/12 on turn 2. So it's pretty powerful that way. Lord Xander, though, been around for a little while, not really seen tons of play in Constructed. 7 mana, 4 and then Grixis colours for a 6/6. When Lord Xander the Collector enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half the cards in their hand rounded down. Whenever Lord Xander attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded down. And then when Lord Xander dies, target opponent sacrifices half the non-land permanents they control rounded down. All pretty good effects, and as a big vampire, this is exactly what we're looking for to pair with our Sorin already. So we have a pretty awesome game plan here, and then kind of like holding everything together, we've got 4 copies of Llanowar Elf, 4 copies of Elvish Mystic, a little bit of removal with our 4 copies of Fatal Push, and then Invasion of Ixalan here, kind of playing a role that would normally be an Oath of Nissa. The nice thing about Invasion of Ixalan, it actually kind of finds everything. It finds the Fight Rigging, it finds the Sorin, it finds the creatures. It slices, it dices, it kind of does it all. Obviously has the other backside as well. So the front side is whenever it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a permanent card from among them, put it into your hand. And then the backside, hey, if you do the 4 damage to it, you get to flip it into a 4/3 with Trample, and whenever you cast a spell, it gains the Indestructible in a turn. So hey, decent some upside there too. The mana base fairly straightforward. 4 Overgrown Tomb, 2 Llanowar Race, 4 Double Pathway, 4 Blooming Marsh, 2 Lair of the Hydra, a Forest, a Swamp, a Boseiju, and a Takenuma. I'm so excited to get to play with this a bit. We're going to sideboard and hop into some best of 3 ranked games. All black cards here. There was a point where I've seen versions of this with Obosh, but I wanted to play Invasion of Ixalan, and so I think Obosh is like fine, but this is like a really strong card, and obviously don't have access to something like Oath of Nissa in Explorer yet. Hopefully soon TM. So 3 copies of Radiant Enfeeblement, versus Mono White, versus Greasang as well, so he deals with those. 4 copies of Thoughtseize, take away our opponent's hate cards, other important pieces, obviously versus combo. 2 copies of Golden Demise. These do kill your Elvish Mystics, but they're versus aggro, you just want to be able to clear that board up a little bit. If you do get to Ascend, which you can do, I guess, off of Ghalta's ability to make creatures, at that point they're probably already dead, but it is one-sided if you do that. Then we've got 2 copies of Liliana Death's Majesty. This is another bit of a sweet one here, because if these cards go into your graveyard, you can reanimate them with Liliana. And so, yeah, sure. Some extra niceness there. Also, hey, the +1 make a 2/2 zombie, multi cards, decent. -3, and obviously the -7 to Wrath is also great if you get there. That's all fine. And then versus for Graveyard here, we've got 4 copies of Leonardo the Void. Not messing around at all. Let's hop into some ranked games. This deck is super, super sweet. I'm just like so excited to play with it. Oh, if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Be appreciated. Alright, off we are to battle. First matchup here. Again, this deck is just super, super sick. I'm excited to play it. Playing a best of 3 here. If you... So we don't... I was gonna say is if you want to play best of one, this deck is probably more suited even for that, just because of the amount of surprise. No one's gonna be expecting it. I kind of want to log in this just because we've got nothing going on. I think that's the right decision. This is obviously pretty unfortunate. We're gonna go to 5, and you know what? This is better than our 7 in my opinion. Which, you know what? That's fine. We'll keep 2 Outward Mystics. That's okay. Yeah. The amount of surprise and kind of like the impact you have of that is going to be really good at best of 1. But I mean, the deck's still being great at best of 3, but I know some people sometimes ask me like, hey, what changes did you make for best of 1? And so, pretty much nothing. You're good to just like ship this and roll with it. I think it's going to be great. Making a heavy here before the Regisaur just to get some cards out of it. Looks like we're against Mono Green. It could still be Elves at this point, but hey, not after Wolf for the Haven. We'll get there. Another Elf. I guess I'm pretty high on the board already. We don't have very fast stuff going down. Let's see if we get to attack. Or they're going to let us draw a card. Alright, Menace is going to let it hit us. I mean, we can make the Regisaur, and then we've got some Elves to discard. This maximizes our pressure, but they're going to be able to put a lot of stuff into play over the next turn or two. As a Sharp Overgrown team. Alright. I've not done a video with like the Mono Green version with Polychronos yet. If it's something you're interested in, let me know, but it's not something I'm like particularly like looking to go out of my way to play. Hey. It is definitely a big upgrade. I've seen some sweet adaptations as well, actually. It's obviously a huge pillar of the format, but yeah. You see, we tend to see enough Mono Green on the other side of the camera, so hey. Alright. Ooh. They hit Stormfest on the graveyard, they're about to flash that back next turn. Just got a Mystic here. We're still ahead at least power-wise on the board, but that's not going to last very long. So, if I make these attacks and they block, is there anything we can get back to the Storm Festival, but they're going to be able to cast it anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's double block this thing. There's the block either if they want to trade. What's the double block look at for us to Shakedown Heavy? Not great, honestly. It does let us mean we're getting 3 for 12. And you send both attacks. Try and get them as low as possible. Ooh, actually. That's not bad. It's a little late for a fatal push, to be fair. I'm going to double block here. We should kill the Cavalier, because that at least reduces their devotion, even if it lets them get a card back. I think that's fine. And then we're not really in a position where we can afford to just push an elf. So the minute they have 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Pushing an elf takes them down to 9. They're going to be able to cast this no matter what we do. We should just run the heavy out. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, like, Old Growth Troll is actually such an oppressive card. I'll say it. It even, because it adds to Devotion while it's an enchantment as well, it's just a nightmare. Alright, Nissa. Yeah, yep. 1, 2. Has the untap as well. Yeah, can activate Nykthos and then use it to untap Nykthos. Good way to hit off the Summon the Festival first. Perfectly leaves him the 2 mana to go ahead and reactivate it as well. We got Con, Old Growth Troll. We're almost out of this, but we'll see. The way this goes, we maybe just get to draw a pile of cards. Like we just get to draw a bunch of cards next turn. It's a little unfortunate when we draw an extra land, but hey. Alright, they're going to opt to play Cavalier rather than untap. Sorry, rather than... Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. So we're going to do that rather than flashbacks on the festival or whatever. But that's actually in my head. Oh. Well, hey. We have a lot of options. We get portaled. Portal wipes up everything. Okay. Yeah, we'll just scoop this up. We are gone. Alright. So, versus mono green, I think I want to bring the Thoughtseize in. And that's probably it. On my 6 curve that NRLs also cleans up hours. Sometimes that's good, all the time it's bad. I'm trying to think what we actually want to cut here, because we don't really like cutting any of our enablers. We kind of need the pushes. Maybe we just try and just stick to our game plan and do that as fast as possible, in which case maybe we don't even want Thoughtseize. Everything here is pretty great. We should have to be pretty, like, fast. Which means, like, the only card here that's not helping us accelerate is Invasion. But would rather be able to find artistic cards. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Even if excuse me, keep the pushes there so that we have Ancestral NRLs and Eldritch Mystics on their side to slow them down if we get the opportunity. But hey, we're gonna try and do our thing and get them gone. We'll see how that goes. We did Morgan to 5 as well. It's worth saying. Hey, so here we have Shakedown Heavy, Eldritch Mystic. Like, we have interaction as well. They're not necessarily timed the way we'd like it to be. Hard to complain about having access to Fatal Push on turn 1 while having Accelerator. But hey. Ooh, looks like they may also just... Let's half and then round it down. I mean... Yeah, that would tax. We're just gonna do the Sorin thing. Hey. We're playing to do this. I could cast a Shakedown Heavy, but I think I want to do this. Make them pitch a bunch of cards. Make them mulligan to 5. Or 4. It is rounded down, but they're still discarding 3. You gotta be pretty happy about that. An hour of the source. The other thing is that Lord Xander, this whenever it attacks, they mill half their library, and then yeah, it's when it dies they sacrifice half their non-permanents, but okay. That is that card's gone pretty quickly. So the mill half their library doesn't actually kill them for a while. So what do we get rid of them? A Khan, an Nissa, and a Forest. We take those. Alright. We could just sacrifice it. To trigger the other half. I didn't even think about that before, but that's pretty good. Whoever designed this is a genius. Oh, we could put a counter on it. It is rounded down, actually. I should maybe just put the counter on. We'll go ahead and... No, I want to tap so that I've got Fatal Push active. Please. Let's just keep it up. Okay, fair. Yeah, I could put the counter here in game live. For sure. It's... They mill half round and down, they sacrifice round and down. So if they have 1, they don't actually sacrifice anything. So we I was thinking, like, oh, we could sacrifice... We could, like... Tick Sorin up, sacrifice this, bolt them, but then also kill, like, the Wolf Haven. Slam R6 for. Which, you know, reasonable. Oh, sideboarded here. Don't want to do anything different on the draw. I don't think so. Like, if we don't have Fatal Push, we'll still be able to Fatal Push on time and all that stuff. I like the way we kind of set this up. We just want to go into it and do our thing. So I heard you like him to Zorak. It's not random, but I mean, if you do it on turn 2, you're going to get most of their cards. We have Eldritch Mystic, Shakedown Heavy Fight Ring here. Looks all pretty good, to be honest. Go ahead and keep this. They mulligan to 6. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Mulligan is an interesting one, right? So they don't have like actual like proper sideboard cards, but they have a Khan toolbox which can deal with a lot of the holes in the deck. So like versus combo and stuff, you can go get Stonebrain. We fortunately have a lot of different things that we've got going on here between Fight Ring and also Sorin stuff. And so, we'll see how that goes. Good invasion. I'm not worried about our life total at this stage. We're just going to go Eldritch Mystic. See what their follow-up is. Oh, mulligan to 5 actually. It's a good mulligan to 5 though. Nervous. Just gonna go ahead and shake down. that we can be attacking next turn as well. Volgrow's Troll. They can't actually this turn, but that's okay. Then, Llanowar Elf. May as well use this mana. Go ahead and Fight Ringing. We will put the Ghatla here. Cast the Ghatla. Wait. Oh, wait. I didn't even realize the full potential. Yeah, we'll do this one. Let's try and kill them as fast as possible. Alright, so this means they're still getting a bunch of mana. This is largely going to be coming from one land. But, this sticks around. You can see how actual wild this is. Like a fan against on the festival. I think Khan can't actually grab anything to save them. But, yeah.
I will not lose another friend.
And so the vampire creatures don't come in, taps attacking. But, yeah. The Dino does. What are they gonna grab? Maybe they grab Portal and hope they live. Though Portal doesn't actually do anything against this board because we're making another token and tapping the pile of mana. Sometimes you just need a Paradise Vault. Oh, they're just gonna skip out, okay. Oh my god, you're gonna cast spells? No, I have enough of that. Alright, well, there you go. Ranked season has just reset. Let's hop into another one. Alright, into another match. This deck is ridiculous. Alright, we'll see what... Obviously, Mono Green's not got loads of interaction. It's been on the play here. See what we're up against for game 2. We have a Sorin. I'm gonna keep this. We have enough stuff going on. We need to find one piece, effectively. We have 8 different big vampires and 4 cards that kind of help us find them. So, I have like firing and stuff. Sorin puts counters on things. Smile. We mean Martian buys Greasefang, which means we might not have a lot of time. Could also be elves, but without an instant 1-drop here, maybe not. Potentially just tanking over a fatal push, maybe. Hopefully I fast forward through some of this. If I haven't, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, we drew a shakedown hand, which is pretty solid. Do you want to play it out? I think so. We play the cards to play the cards, all that stuff. Razorbush Thicket. I mean, there are less thickets in Greasefang, but I've still got to assume that's what this is. Like, such a small chance that it's like Abzan mid-range. So I'm going to kind of imagine there's a Grizzly Salvage coming here. So are we going to get to draw a card? No. Looking to make the register on the elf. Yeah, there's a Grizzly Salvage. We see Sky Sovereign. So, if we play the elf, they can shoot both elves down. Realistically, we're at a point in the game we don't care about that. Them going like double bolt the Rotting Regisaur is more of a problem. This is implying they have a third land, but obviously the chances of that are fairly high. You gotta imagine they're making a boat here. We do have the power to bolt the Greasefang, maybe. Has to actually be a vampire, which unfortunately, maybe not. Yeah. So are they gonna? Yeah, they're gonna double bolt the Rotting Regisaur, which makes sense to me. We take some damage here as well. I guess back to hand, so we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. Attacking is interesting, so we just want to find a creature. I don't like the idea of doing this instead of going to do... +4. I kind of like the idea of doing this rather than just playing the Sorin straight up. So we can get a draw card. Oh, we are. I'm gonna say go. We're gonna hold attack anyway. Do they have a way to get like a party into the graveyard? If they do, we end on 1 at the moment. Okay, well that's tough. Tells them a bit about what's going on as well, maybe. I don't. They'll be looking at this and going, "What on earth?" Probably. I don't think this deck has too many eyes on it yet. Scrap work, Mert. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah. This could put this guy's armor back, or... Oh, they got a pilot, yeah. Okay. We're not dead. The problem is that the straight down heavy is not a reliable piece of damage. If we have like 1 more mana, he's Sorin. Oh, maybe I'm actually dumb. We could have played the Sorin out and then activate attack anima, but it's a little sketchy. I realize it's hitting one of the vampires in our top 3 cards, but we do get there. Now kind of giving away the game. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright. Let's go to game 2. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot that the Sorin discount... I was like, when having legendary creatures, it costs 4. But actually, playing the Sorin discounts it, and so we should have gone play Sorin, just activate it. But then we didn't know for sure they had a way to Greasefang into the graveyard. But that is what the Mutt is for. Versus Greasefang, I want the lane lines, and I want these random enfeeblements. I mean, to work out what we have to cut. The Fatal Pushes actually don't do anything here. That bit's fine. There's just no way of us really enabling it to kill Greasefang. And then I think... The Lord Xanders... Letting them discard cards is actually sometimes worse than good. Leave one in there. Or we can go like Leona stuff. Let's do this. Yeah, it's just such a liability, I think. Alright. So yeah, Xander not great in this matchup, to be fair. You can live with that. Bringing a copy of Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is like obviously solid in the matchup. We don't want to cut too many cards. You'll play. We have a Ray. We have an Invasion. We have a... Yeah, okay. We can get behind this. It's a bit vulnerable, for sure. We'll lead with the Lair. Go into the Blooming Marsh. Invasion away. We have a Fire Ring now as well, which is really solid. They've not seen a Ghatla. You want an extra land? Probably more than the Ghatla, right? You reveal the top 5. Yeah, no. It's look at them reveal 1. Let's keep the Ghatla like chilling in hand. The other thing about the Leona is that if you have like a right register in play, you can discard one of these things to bring it back. They've not shown yet, so I think I'm just going to run this out. As opposed to hold up the ray and then demon. Then next turn we can hold up the ray and then also fight rigging. That pressures them to a regal spell. Hit a Liliana.
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows.
That is tough.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Now we have to respect it as well. Miserable. Now we can up to Liliana. Grease Fang. Yeah. Go on. Alright. So they do that, then we have our Raven movement. My problem is this, that we're discarding a card. Which is... I'm going to discard a Ghatla here.
You
Badge.
won't be outsmarting me.
We also know we put one on the bottom. The drawing into Sorin is a little drawing dead. Then it's like, okay, do you have a Grease Fang? If so, we can Raven Feeblement, untap, kill the Liliana, which is pretty solid. Doesn't look like it. Alright. My turn. Like, double fight rigging is, you know, certainly something. Fight away 5. What do we got? I'll put the heavy under there. Just because the ley lines, well, they've already got a creature in the graveyard. Need to combat. You can discard an extra copy of Fight Ring, that's fine. I'm swinging at Liliana. One of these probably gets Fatal Pushed. Kind of fine. Kicking them off an Edict is fine to me. Yeah, go for it. Oh man. Grease Fang also kind of does it all. Alright, they're gonna leave us with the random people. They get to take it with the Liliana.
Don't overthink things.
Fair enough. Alright, that's not a ton. We can sell this for 4. Yeah, Liliana.
It's no fun.
Obviously,
when they hit
shields
back.
down versus Grease Fang. But the lair is at least something we can work. Oh, pain. At least something we can work towards building with the fight rigging.
The mystery.
They're gonna eat it, which is okay, I guess.
Off you go.
The story doesn't really achieve anything. So now, I'm gonna activate this for 3. Put the counter here. They took it on up. Let's protect the Sorin a little bit. We know that sadly we know that our we shuffled
Sorry,
since.
I'm not interested
I
in
thought we put a
dying
Gauss on the bottom.
today.
But hey. So, do they have a removal spell? Not. This time we come here. Unlock our other creature. Now we have a pile of pressure. This does die to the Sky Sovereign, but it looks like they bought it to be way more mid-range, to be honest, which is fair enough. Kind of what you expect to agree saying out the sideboard. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, we get there, we get there. So I think cutting the Xanders is the correct decision. I feel a little bit better about these Thought Seizers. The Leonas... still a bit hit or miss for me. Thinking some of them in more just because it's fine. We have Ray. Do we need the Leyline? We should have Leyline. Pain. Maybe the answer is we trim like some Sorins. And then we just have this thing to take off flight rigging, but that seems kind of lame. We're trim invasion because we don't really have time. Both of these things are pretty sus, to be honest. But hey. Don't want to trim Leyline. I'm happy to have Thoughtseize in. Want the raise. Case of what else we have in combo wise. Like, this is pretty reasonable. So, are they taking Thoughtseize, are they taking Elvish Mystic, are they taking, like, Fight Ringing? The Mystic they might just have a push for, they might just want to clear the way, so just get rid of the Thoughtseize. Kind of think about how they're going to react. We don't have a way to trigger the Fight Ringing right now, it's just going to kind of sit around. They're kind of incentivized to leave the Fight Ringing here if they've got more combo stuff. It means it'll be more likely to just, like, just have to tap out for it on turn 3. Just, you know, cuz. Alright, they're going to take the Thoughtseize, protect themselves. I'm going to slam the Elvish Mystic, because, you know, kind of have to. And it's like, okay, do they have push? Do they have invasion? You fire off the invasion to try and find a Sorin. Is that good enough? Yada yada. Okay. No Weather Bloom command. It's a chariot, which is fine. Now we're priced into an invasion. This is why I still want to keep the second name hidden. Ideally, we're looking for a Sorin here, but obviously we did some stuff with that. We have lands. We should just take the Regisaur. Okay, they have Greasang for the Chariot. That's gonna come down, hit us. Put some more power on the board. Yeah, like in post-ball games, I think it's just you could try a mulligan for Leyline, but you're just so likely to get punished by them just like casting Chariot on turn 4, or any of the other kind of mid-range stuff that Greasefang transforms towards. And you're also losing, obviously, cards in the mulligan for your own kind of combo stuff. But that is the difficulty of Greasefang. What are we doing? Have I crashed? No, I don't think so. Alright. Yeah, Chariot goes back. We find the Leyline a turn too late. We have Fight Ring plus. Ranger, so we're at 14. Maybe we kind of just have to play things out. Gonna make the Regisaur. Probably just pitch the... well... maybe pitch the Leyline. We'll see. Mavren actually potentially gets us there. This is the chariot draws. The pile of lifelink creatures is maybe the way to go. Thoughtseize. Oh, well. Takes the fight rigging. Chariot comes in. It grew up. Going back to the graveyard as a buff. So we go to 6 here. Need to draw into relevant card anyway. That's not gonna do it. Alright. Let's play one more, Yeah, Greasefang stuff. The power of Thoughtseize in a nutshell, to be fair. Alright, a bit of a rough loss to Greasefang there, but let's play another one. It gets me on the play. We have the turn to Xander. Let's see what goes on. This deck's sweet. Please discard 3 cards.
Join my crusade.
Dear. The Elvish Mystic actually makes the plus half up now as well. Okay, we hit a Nykthos. This on the festival. Okay. They play something here. They play a Fiora. Fiora untaps the Mystic. This is hilarious. We can do this. Play the new one. Eat the new one. Down tick. Put one of these to play. Keep the one that's alive. Get the die trigger. Get the discard trigger. Please discard a card and sacrifice a permanent. Would you like to sacrifice the Mystic or the Cure? Okay, so the Cure dies anyway, but you, Alright, anything interesting? They have Nisses. Maybe they're not. I didn't see any Polychronos. Let's go to game 2. As I said before, I think the mono green configuration, you're really, really strong. You can potentially bring in Thoughtseize, but you like have more thought push. I don't know. You get into Invasion for the cards you need is really good. The thing that I would consider doing, because like all these cards are great, is you could consider cutting Invasion for Thoughtseize just because you'll have less time. But that's also a reason to not F around casting Thoughtseize, because you make sure you got something to do on one when you've not got your Mystics that can also disrupt them. Once the monitoring of that gets storming, you're like pretty hard pressed. So this is a pretty interesting one. So we've got Shakedown Heavy, Double Invasion. I'm gonna keep this. Kind of intending to find the third land off of Invasion, but we could be a turn slow here. We hit a third land naturally, which is great. So I'm gonna stake down Heavy into Fight Ringing. The cool thing about Ghatla and Mavren, which we saw in game 1, is that when you attack after triggering Fight Rigging, you kind of get to do the thing. That's solid. I'm going to run this out. See what they have here. They have a Nykthos. Ooh, Questing Beast. Elvish Mystic. They have a lot here, actually. I wonder if I imagine the Questing Beast have to be main deck because they're playing Cardboard. Surely. Play the Lottery game. Okay, we hit a Regisaur. I think it's fine. They kind of have to let us draw here. Otherwise the Cure dies. They do that. Fine. I'm fine blocking the questing beast. I'll just play these out so we've got more mana. Then we can go invasion plus fight rigging, or invasion into Sorin would be ideal, obviously. Get the Ghatla down. They have a lot of mana here though. And that is, you know, pretty concerning. They've got Cure and Nykthos, double Nykthos activations, excuse me. 3. I think a troll. Maybe draw into a land. Okay, so they have to untap. So they get 2 Nykthos for 8. And storm that way. 2 mana floating, so if they hit a Nykthos or Cavalier into Nykthos or hit a Cure, they can go off again. But not this time. That is a Khan though. Khan could get Ratchet Bomb. Ah, they have Nykthos from hand. Fair enough. What are we getting? Portal. Portal is a problem. Not an unbeatable problem though. Would I rather have the heavy, or would I rather have the Regisaur? Just got an invasion. What do we hit here? Find away. Oh, we're on 10. They're getting a good creature back. There's no way of us actually activating the Fatal Push. I'll pick the invasion. And cast this. Alright. I'm gonna scoop this one up. We can go to game 3. Alright, Mono Green got to do their thing. Which is fair. On the play, hopefully don't think we need it. Yeah, maybe on the draw you want to just like board and Thoughtseizers for the invasions. Again, like everything else is super solid. Yeah. But on the play I think you definitely want the invasion. Can be a bit faster. Play draw excuse me. Play draw sideboarding is actually super important. And one of those things that people tend not to do enough of. You don't want to go overboard. This is, well, I'm gonna keep it. And yeah, like so, like that instance, that game we were like a turn too slow. You are a little at like the mercy of what you are firing here. Oh, okay, well, not even. Let's do that. We're gonna make a dinosaur. Yeah, and this is the actual most powerful thing you can do in the deck. Drop Ghatla on turn 2 or turn 3 or no. Yeah, we get there. This deck is awesome. Super sweet. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.